I took a safe passage in 2008. I had been working as a doula for about 3 years at that point, and I used to have this notion of people could take information I gave them and do things exactly like I would, because that's how you should do them. And even when I say it now, it sounds incredibly foolish, but it's a notion that I think a lot of us who come into the industry with this bias have.
I think that the workshop really kind of explores assumptions and biases that we have, not only as a culture, as a society, but also as a practice in yourself. A big one for me was understanding the relationship between trauma survivors and birth and substance use, and how they're intrinsically linked. And really changing my own narratives around what pregnant people using substance was actually about.
I had wicked judgments towards women, basically. It was hard because it was much easier to be judgmental than to actually consider that there is a lot of trauma in a lot of people's lives.
We assume that women will put aside addictions and mental health and trauma, for the sake of their baby. We're not thinking about how has all the experiences previous to this shaping how this woman is going to experience 10 months of her life.
A really hard realization of being very, very wrong in many assumptions I had been carrying for a large part of the work I had done up to that point.
The workshop challenges you to think about your own ideas, your own practice. How are your own life experiences shaping how you work with women in the prenatal, in a prenatal capacity.
You might not even know why when you're there that weekend, how it's really going to have this profound effect on your life, but it profoundly will change how you look at things. Every single woman or person who comes into your practice after that, you'll have a different lens.
There is a real emphasis on reflection and understanding our own worldviews and understanding how we bring our own history and our own lived experience into the spaces that we share with others. I believe that a lot of people come to a safe passage believing that what they're going to leave with is a checklist of best practices that they can use in supporting pregnant survivors of trauma. The workshop, while it provides opportunities for people to acquire some of those skills in terms of eliciting and responding to disclosures of trauma, the major foundation of the work is really built upon unpacking what the assumptions are that we bring into our relationships with our pregnant clients.